Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. Today we're gonna run a Zana map. Let's see what she has to offer.
While you're here, I've got a favor to ask of you. Follow me, and I'll fill you in on the details. Still sane, Exile? Darkness looms on the horizon, and we need to stop it. Let's get ready to work. There's a horde of corrupted horrors out there, and they're starting to spread rapidly. I need you to cull them before they grow beyond our control. Another thing, strange energies are swirling around out there, tampering with my map device's ability to provide a stable connection between here and there. We've only got a small time window to do this before we need to call it off, so once inside, you'll need to be quick.
Interesting, so the Arachnid tomb is normally a tier 7 map. It's level 73, so tier 6. Which is on par with Zana's actual level, so that makes sense. But this is a timed mission, this is gonna get interesting. So, let's get started. Let's see what mods we have.
They feel your every move, your every breath, with a million little wires.
4 additional rogue exiles and monsters poison on the hits. So we're gonna go after corrupted monsters and we have a time limit. 5 minutes, that seems generous. And there's gonna be a bunch of extra rogue exiles, which makes things interesting. Spiders everywhere. There doesn't seem to be a mechanic for gaining more time. At least none like touching tablets or stuff like that. So we'll just have to hope to find what we are looking for. Level 72 area rather than 73, which was the outside, so we're running this as a tier 5 rather than a tier 7. So slightly more time pressure, but on the other hand this is slightly easier than it normally would be. So far I haven't seen a single corrupted monster. More spiders. Oh, there. We might have seen a glimpse of our destination. Oh, exile. Who is rather insistent that we don't hurt. Also, I want that belt and boots. Then we start looking for corrupt mobs. Yes, 3 out of 74. This is not 74, not by a long shot. No over chance, so there might be about 6 more packs. Or maybe 5 if there's a couple small, larger ones in there. Okay, there's someone in here. And we killed them. Okay, we keep searching. There might have been a rogue exile there. But we're pushing onwards to find more stuff. Ooh, you have been possessed by a ghost and you're reasonably killable. That's a big scary room. Let's jump into it. There's a diamond shrine. Okay, it's mine now. And we can look for the mobs. Okay, 30 out of 74. Roughly halfway. I shouldn't have touched that, there was no reason for touching it. Okay, we found the entrance to the boss. At least I'm assuming that's the boss. Could be that there's multiple sub-levels here, that would make it even more annoying. But either way, no, I haven't ran this map before, so I have no idea if there are multiple areas or not. So for now, seems like that's just another area. Let's push onwards. We have a minute and a half. There's a lot more there. Other side of the door. Is there a door here? Yeah, there's a door here. Yeah. Let's enter here. Explode them. Good. And none of them are required, so we push onwards. Not clearing maps is really not my style. I tend to do full clears or about as good as I can do. This case though, making an exception because it is possible to do this on time, exactly. And the moment you complete your goal, the timer disappears. That's 35 to go, just get out of the circle, go back in. And we got the guy. Okay. But now we can just take it easy and we can complete this map at our leisure. And we did run all the way to the boss room. So we're gonna do the boss and then we're just gonna walk back. I got a suspicion there's gonna be a lot of spiders in here, so let's keep ourselves a panic portal here and see what we get. That's a big spider. Hybrid widow. Bit like the Spider Queen from Act 2. Let's put our totem down since she looks a bit tough. Also we get cursed. Let's get ourselves some curse immunity. There's a little bit of poison going on, but not truly scary. With a very strong sustain tank like we have, this is a very doable map. And now we need to empty our pockets. Don't talk with Zana. We wanna be able to get back through there. That's a mistake you only make a very limited number of times before you realize that it's really not a smart move to speak with Zana before you have fully completed her maps, because otherwise she won't let you back in. Okay, just here, and then we're gonna go back, because there's still a lot of things to kill, a lot of things to loot, and I think there was even a card that dropped a bit earlier. The Gambler. We get a divination card for getting 5 of these. So, let's get her. So this is a slightly easier version of the map. It does make things slightly easier. On the other hand, tier 5 versus tier 7. I think it's okay. But the fact that with the time pressure we could just push through and ignore half the mobs, I think that does show just how relatively strong we are, and it gives me hope that we will be able to push at least 2, 3, 4 tiers further with the current set of gear and stats and things like that. Now, if you were feeling, if it would feel problematic, if no pushing through at a rapid pace, leaving dangerous mobs behind, things like that, if that would feel very dangerous, very difficult, that would be a good indication that we're pushing the limits of what we can currently do with our current gear. The fact that we don't have that, that's good. Because, well, face it, the rest was Passion and Jack the Axe. They're, no, not truly high-end gear. No, they are very nice for starting maps, for running early merciless. But later on, you want to get something better. Maybe like the Rigwald set, that's what I'm currently thinking of going after. If I get enough exalts together to actually trade for them. And there's 31 mobs remaining. Yeah, more gear. Also, if you look at our life pool, we only have though just under 4,400 health. It's not 5,000 or 6,000 like you would want to have for the higher tier maps. So also in terms of the rares that we are wielding, we can definitely improve there still. This build is by no means done, which does make it interesting, because there's still room for change, for experimentation, for improvement. But given that we do have a very nice set of gear together already, it is difficult to improve, and that's definitely, once you have a set of gear that you could call good enough, it becomes incrementally harder to find or craft replacement gear or upgraded gear by yourself, and it becomes ever easier to just resort to trading in order to get it. Now I did trade for quite a bunch of items actually. All the uniques here traded for, this belt I traded for, windscreens I think I might have had them, I might have traded for them, and for the other rares are I think a mix of trade and buy. But now doing this self-found, that would have been an interesting challenge. And it would have been a lot more difficult in order to get all the components together and to get frenzy charges, because currently frenzy charges, the Rassal's Passion, are more reliable than going through the skill tree. And we had a source of frenzy charges, and that's this one. Killing with your main hand or offhand gives you charges, but chances are just too small to be reliable, which is slightly annoying, but on the other hand, with larger pack size, it is easier to get them. So it might be that it's just, the further you get, the more you need them, the more you'll actually have them. Now in boss fights you won't have access to them because there's just not going to be a lot of corpses to kill. But with that said, we have killed all the monsters in the mission. So time to speak with Zana.
Ray-class survival is a race against time. A race I think we can win.
And Zana is happy. So there you have it. The Arachnid tomb, 2 levels early. So that's a slight sneak peek at what is to come. But for now, I'm gonna thank you very much for watching. And I will see you again next time. Bye bye.